This is a chuck steak taco, and I'm going to show you why this is one of the most popular recipes in 2023. Big thanks to Masterbuilt for sponsoring this video. Of course, it starts with chuck, this beautiful piece of beef. It is one of the reasons that it's so popular, because this piece of beef has so much flavor in it that it makes everything taste better. It's almost like the version of bacon, but then with any dish you put this in, oh, it's gonna taste amazing. I'm gonna put on a little bit of Texas barbecue beef rub, but I can also mix it up. Maybe we should put 2 rubs on. So we're gonna use a base layer of the Texas barbecue beef rub consisting of garlic, salt, pepper, onion powder, and of course the recipe for it is on our website, but we're gonna mix things up. I'm also gonna use a little bit of Tweety barbecue rub. That recipe is also on the website, but these two combined are going to make a beautiful flavor profile for a chuck steak. Of course, I'm going to season both sides lightly, and if you want these, then go to Google and find them in your local web shop. With the steak seasoned, it's time to fire up our barbecue, and I'll be cooking on the Masterbuilt smoker. This is a gravity-fed offset smoker, and this thing is an absolute beauty and can do anything you need to be cooking that chuck steak taco. I'm gonna load it up with some Masterbuilt charcoal. I'm gonna put in a fire starter, light it up, and set the temperature to 180 degrees Celsius. It is really, really cold. The barbecue is now up to temperature, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put the steak on the grill grate, sear it, and at the same time roast it. Another thing I'm gonna do is add a chunk of smoke wood. And that's going to go underneath. The ember's going to drop down on the log and create smoke. And now I'm going to have grilled, smoked, and roasted chuck steak all in one. Look at the beautiful smoke color that we got on them. Oh, they're juicy and dripping, but they're not done cooking yet. But that comes in the next phase. For now, we're going to take these off the barbecue. I'm going to set the steak aside because it's time to grill the rest of the ingredients. I'm going to put on some garlic, some onion, and some jalapeno peppers. And for the last ingredient, I'm going to put in a Scottsburg pan, add a little bit of beef tallow, let it melt, and then I'm going to put in some tomatoes. I'm going to give this all a little bit of time to get roasted on the outside and soft in the middle. I gave the grilled ingredients 20 minutes to rest, cool down a little bit, and now they are super soft and tender, and all of the flavors from grilling got soaked into the delicious meat of the veggies. So all I need to do is peel the onions and the garlic and chop them up. Time to get your Scottsburg pan out, start frying, and therefore I'm going to use some beef tallow. This is the magical stuff. White gold. The beef tallow is going to add a lot of flavor to this dish, and at the same time it's going to make the delicious dipping sauce that we love so much with tacos. I'm going to start by frying the onions, then the garlic and the jalapenos. And this is a chili de ancho, a delicious smoked pepper. I'm going to cut it up and chop it fine. I'm going to do the same with this pepper. This is a chile de árbol. Once chopped fine, I'm going to add them to the pan and stir fry them. I'm going to cut my chuck steaks into small cubes. Now I'm going to add them to the pan with the onions, the garlic. And this is where layers and layers of flavors are being built up. If you could just smell this, this would definitely make you very, very happy. Time to add the tomatoes. These are real meaty tomatoes, so they're going to need a little bit of time to turn soft. Put the lid on. Let this simmer for about 2.5 hours. Now, every now and then you're going to check and add a little bit of water when needed if things start to dry out. Because we really need to turn this into a really delicious taco stuffing. Therefore, you're going to need some moisture. And after about 3 hours, you have this. Oh, that smells so good. Well, it looks like a stew. It's actually taco stuffing. So let's check out what really happened. As you can see, the beef is fall apart tender. You just take a fork and it falls apart. So that means everything is good and tender. Start mashing it with your fork, bringing it all together like one big taco stuffing like we're used to. Pulled beef all the way. You see how easy that is. Just go in there, boom, 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 boom. Everything's flat, everything's pulled, everything's perfect. Oh, that is so beefy. Ooh, the chilies are coming in. This is so good. Now we're getting to the taco phase, and like with burgers, you gotta prepare. That's the main thing. And that's why I'm gonna show you my trick of what I like to do. I like to take this stew and take it through a sieve, which means we're going to catch all the meat, and that is our stuffing for the tacos. And all of the juices will drip through the sieve, and that's going to be our dipping sauce. And in the spirit of good preparation, I'm going to also chop fine my favorite topping, which is some spring onion, some fresh cilantro. Mix it up and save it for later. I've got all my ingredients prepared, so now it's time to start cooking. And of course, I want to be cooking on a flat top griddle. Oh, my tortillas. Preheating those. So I'm going to put on this flat top griddle from Masterbuilt. Now, this is the smaller version from the 850 Masterbuilt, but as you can see, I might as well use it in my 1050. I'm gonna set that temperature high to start with. 340 will do the job because I want that cast iron to start off nice and hot, so we can get a feel of what the temperature can do on the Masterbuilt cast iron flat top griddle. You can see there's a little bit of smoke coming off, which means we're at smoke point. First thing I'm gonna do is put on a little bit of beef tallow. Hello. A little bit of beef tallow on the plate. I'm gonna take a tortilla that goes into the gravy, just a little dip, and that in return is gonna go on the plate. Some beef on top. I'm gonna put some cheese on the plate right here. A little bit of green on the beef. And I'm gonna take my cheese and then put that cookie on. Yeah, baby. Oh, look at that. Ho, ho, ho. Fold it over, and that is done. The perfect chuck steak taco. Of course, I'm gonna dip it. Now let's give it a try. Best recipe of 2023.